Good evening, Warband. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, everybody? This is Sir Yeetus, and I'm here to give you some gems on this chill stream today. Mr. Moments, he should be here in a bit. He's running kind of late, but he should be here to exchange ideas and what he stands for because Mr. Moments doesn't talk that much, right? Because he mainly does compilations and all that stuff. But I think it would be a great conversation to see his perspective on things since he does identify as MGTOW. So I think that'll be a decent conversation. I doubt that he'll be here for long because once again, this live stream was like on the spot. Like this wasn't scheduled at all. It was just like, all right, hey, let's do a stream. It's going to be a good one, gentlemen. It's going to be a good one. But the big thing I want to talk about is other things that are happening around the world, especially the Johnny Depp case. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful moment. But before I continue, I'm say it right now. If you want to support your boy, PayPal.me/Yeetus is pinned on top of the chat, or you can just donate through super chats. It doesn't matter, okay? It's all on you, and I appreciate any donation. But if you don't, at least listen to what we have to say, because that's the most important thing at the end of the day. All right, let me add in the one, the only Gray. What's going on, Gray?
Good evening, Warband. Yeah, still a bit of chaos over here, but it's getting better.
Yeah, same here because I'm actually looking forward to the Chronic stream tonight. Like, I think this is going to be a very classic one. Lauren Southern called Under Chronic out.
As a Canadian, I apologize for Lawrence Southern.
Like, what the fuck? A corn star called Under Chronic out. That is a first.
Wait, she's actually got videos? Like what? Does she have an OnlyFans now, or?
She made a video on BitChute, and she was talking a lot of stuff on Under Chronic because Under Chronic made a video about her close to a year ago.
I'm just thinking, like, what is she clout chasing?
I wouldn't even. I think that she's actually offended of what Under Chronic said, which makes it a lot better.
Well,
Like,
yeah, because it's like, oh, this is a classic. I've seen this before.
he's not wrong. Under Chronic's not wrong. That's why she's so pissed off.
Well, that's how these things go. So
sorry, y'all. I'm drinking some good shit right now, but it's gonna be a great stream because I already know this is one of the rare instances where we're going to see the old school Chronic. I guarantee we're going to be seeing that today.
I'll get some popcorn.
Under Chronic is going to tear her to shreds. It's not even competition.
Actually, you don't even need the popcorn. You get the unpopped corn, and then the roast makes it finishes the job.
Oh shit, bro! Goddamn. But so something big happened with the Johnny Depp case. Once in every blue moon, we get small victories as men, but with the Johnny Depp situation, this is a big victory for men, especially for men that are victims of domestic violence.
That's the thing, though. Calling it a victory, I feel that's a bit generous.
Well,
I mean, the case was ruled in his favor, but let's consider the opposite. Like, this was not something that was kind of a 50-50, could have gone either way. Evidence was stacked pretty fairly. Like, no. This was, how the hell did it even get to this point? It's beyond obvious. Johnny Depp losing this would have just been like it wouldn't have been a loss. It would have been Yeah, men, you get nothing. You get absolutely nothing. You can lose parts of your body. No man is safe. Like, you just have to bend over and take it for the justice system.
Well, let me get more specific about this then. We won the battle, but the war is far from over. Is that a better
I
statement
don't
to
even
say?
think. Let's see. It's won the battle in the sense that we didn't get pushed any further back. Like, this line was not crossed today.
Well, in a sense that he was believed, regardless of the evidence, because there's it's not uncommon that even when there's evidence, the man doesn't get justice when it comes to domestic violence cases.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if it's a victory where we didn't get pushed any further back, but we didn't gain any ground. We gained nothing by this. We just didn't lose.
But yeah, at least you got to admit, at least when it comes to men, the fact that he was believed, even as a celebrity, even celebrities, male celebrities, are, how you say, guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's Johnny Depp.
There is Johnny
Like,
Depp, but there's still other famous male celebrities that got.
But that's the thing. But it's not just that he's famous; it's his record. Like, this is the guy who, like, is Jack Sparrow. Like, he dresses up as Jack Sparrow and goes to children's hospitals. Like, how many other male celebrities have as good and wholesome a reputation, a public image as Johnny Depp?
Which makes it so much worse because he lost everything off of those false allegations alone.
But that's the thing. He had that reputation prior to this case. Like, this is basically one of the few decent people in Hollywood. Most male celebrities aren't this clean.
The other is Keanu Reeves.
Exactly. Basically, yeah. Like, you can count the amount of wholesome celebrities on one hand. So, like, this wasn't anything that you could say even normal by celebrity standards.
No, and the reason that he was able to be heard is because he had the status and money to do so, to clear his name. So I understand it's not something that the common man is able to do if he was put in that situation.
Like, that's the thing. This is not a cry of victory. This is a sigh of relief.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah, I agree. Where's the because I know you guys had super chats. What's going on, Mr. Pliskin? One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. I personally do agree with that statement. I do, because it's literally so rare, especially when it comes to a man that has to go through something like this with false allegations, to come out on top. So I do agree with that quote.
Like, I'll agree that the public precedent kind of works. Like, now it's so deep into the lexicon because so many people have seen it. It's now a cultural moment. Like, people can now point to a Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation, and, like, people by and large will understand what the situation is.
Right. I got two more comments I want to read. Johnny Depp is a simp. Well, I'm not saying that you're wrong per se, but it doesn't matter if he's a simp or not. He was a man that was falsely accused. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I think Saint's going too far. Like, Saint is too far. He's a decent man. Decent.
He had the benefit of the doubt of going after this Amber Heard when she was still in her prime, and he paid dearly for it. He takes responsibility for that action, which he does. Like, yeah, I thought she was a good person, which she clearly wasn't. And the fact that he was able to fight back because he's a celebrity and come out on top, that's all that matters. I don't care if he was a simp or not at that point. Because
Oh,
whether you're
simp. I thought I said saint, but yeah.
no, simp. Well, whether
Oh, yeah.
you're a simp, a Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, Ray Ray, Enrique, Muhammad, Pedro, whoever the fuck it is, he got falsely accused. That's is what the priority is. And that's why a lot of men today are celebrating, you know, even though it's not really a victory like what Grace said, you know, at least Johnny Depp was able to get heard about his domestic violence situation and come out on top.
Yeah, like he did win a defamation case, so maybe like that can also like the legal precedent that this sets. That is, I think, a little more important. The public lexicon that now it's a cultural point where Johnny Depp Amber Heard case. Now that's a point as well, like where you can reference it. So there are victories to be had in this, but like that's the thing. But like we're grasping at straws for like what a victory is at this point.
I see what you're saying, man. But I'm gonna read Herman's super chat. Hey, thank you very much for your donation, man. You always come through with the donations every time. Most of the time, women get away with everything. I had a friend that was ran over by an ex-girlfriend, and she only did 90 days in jail. What? That's attempted murder.
Well, you know how that is. Technically, it's aggravated assault unless you can prove intent.
She, yeah, I understand what you're saying, Gray, but I'm just thinking in my head, like, she's trying to run somebody over. That's attempted murder. That's a whole, at least 2 tons worth of metal she's trying to ram into you at 50, 40 miles per hour. Yeah. Women have it bad, right? Right, chat?
Well, no, I think what's really funny is like Amber Heard's like post-trial statement. She straight up pulled up like every single feminist talking point in the book to make it seem like her losing this trial is the equivalent of women's rights being set back 100 years.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I agree with that. Amber Heard, she's a delusional, narcissistic fucking bitch. Anyway.
That's the thing. I don't even think she believes it. She just knows that she needs to say that to go amongst the tiny portion of the population that's still willing to back her.
I see what you're saying, and I know there's people. Well, I would say radical feminists out there are backing up Amber Heard because all
absolutely
the coming out.
Absolutely, like all the fucking crazy ass, like man hating cat ladies, like basically every woman that still wants a relationship with men has to openly disavow Amber Heard. Because any woman that doesn't disavow Amber Heard now, like every man's gonna look at her as fucking sus.
I definitely agree. I'm actually going to be making a post about this later on today. I have 3 women that it is Megan Thee Stallion, Amber Heard, and Jada Pinkett Smith. If the woman they interact with supports any of these women, run as far away as possible.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't support evil, and if she supports all 3 of these women, which all 2 of them were caught lying on multiple occasions, and the other one is bragging on TV and putting down her husband for cheating, talking about it's an entanglement. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Jamie Strong, Johnny Depp should have never put himself in that situation, considering he could get just about any woman he wanted. But here's the thing: when Amber Heard was younger, she's not ugly. She's not. Gray, would you agree she wasn't ugly 6, 7, 8 years ago? I think it was.
I
like
have
8.
no clue.
Oh,
like, well, I mean, I'd have to see an image. I'm sure that she was decent, maybe even hot. But
I'm just saying, like, especially if you saw her on the first Aquaman. If you ever watch Aquaman, she's not an ugly girl. She's not. But of
Well, that's
course,
the thing. When she's done full up in makeup and has the whole Hollywood treatment, like that's the thing, man. You can't judge their appearance by how
well,
they're. Because quite
no, I
honestly,
was
seeing
saying
her in
that.
the
I was saying that because that's the closest thing I could have you like the image for her head. But in her prime, she was not ugly years ago. 8 years ago, she was not fucking ugly at all.
yeah. Yeah,
That's
no,
how.
but here's the other thing. It's a Hollywood relationship between two celebrities. There's always like some other angle with the agents going on. Like a Hollywood relationship is rarely organic.
Johnny Depp made Amber Heard. Amber Heard was a nobody. So I just had to put that out there. She wasn't shit until she got Johnny Depp. So when it comes to that situation, though, right? When it comes to that situation, a lot of men they tend to fall for that. But you got to understand, Johnny Depp, he didn't have access to all the top information back in I think it was 12 or 13 when he got married to her. Around there, an older gentleman like Johnny Depp did not have that type of. I doubt he goes on the internet all the time anyway. At his age, years ago, right now he's 58. So you need to take that into consideration. He wasn't worried about the red pill and MGTOW and all that crazy stuff. He came from a generation where
he's a boomer. Like,
yeah,
put simply, he's a boomer.
Shit. They believe in that sipping shit. They believe the sipping will get somewhere, and he thought that he would be able to, as long as he's able to have Amber Heard, get her little businesses going, get her acting career going, etc., he'll be appreciated and she'll be all lovey-dovey. He learned the hard way, like a lot of us did when it comes to trying to simp over a woman. You just got stabbed in the back, of course.
He got stabbed more than just the back.
yeah, he pretty much got stabbed. Like, he got stabbed in the pinky, right? Or I think it was
finger. He had his finger cut off.
I forgot which finger, but literally, like, I've never had to deal with a woman that extremes because, once again, I have a lot less to lose than Johnny Depp. So I will not hesitate to practice gender equality. I will not. It'll be too easy for me, especially if she's trying to cut my finger off.
Yeah, and like Johnny Depp's also been in Hollywood since the 70s, so exactly. Like the world that he has lived in, very different.
He's a very intelligent dude, very smart dude, articulate, cool as hell, like awesome dude. It's just, unfortunately, he got bamboozled. He listened to his little head more than his big head, and he paid the price for it. And I can respect that he took responsibility for dealing with Amber Heard. He takes responsibility for trusting her, giving her a chance. So I'm not going to go too in on Johnny Depp. Unlike Will Smith, I'm always going on Will Smith. But I'm sure that he had a sigh of relief after he won the case, because I know he doesn't need the money. I know he doesn't need it, but he was able to clear his name. Like, how crazy it is! Like, how rare it is for a man to be accused of something so crazy, so heinous, and was still able to bounce back on top and was able to win the public's opinion back. Not too many men can do that at all, because once a woman accuses you, and yeah, I agree, Johnny Depp, he's a huge celebrity, A-list actor, like, I agree. But besides that fact, once that false accusation goes onto you, it's there forever. Johnny Depp is that rare case that he was able to bounce back and restore his reputation. Of course, he's a druggie. Everybody knows he's like, plenty of Hollywood people take drugs. Whatever, fuck it. And he likes to drink. Ooh, but he never laid a hand on Amber. What do you have to say about that, Gray?
I think it's a little too soon to say that like he bounced back or he's got the full reputation back. We don't know what the longer term consequences of this are going to be. He won a defamation case. He won in the legal sense. But that doesn't mean that he's going to be able to go back to the life prior to this.
Well, he's definitely not going back to Disney. He stated that on multiple occasions. He said if he got offered 300 llamas and a shit ton of money, like millions of dollars from Disney, to go back and play as pirates, go back and play as Captain Jack Sparrow, he would never agree to it. He said he's never going back because of the betrayal that he felt from Disney. That he got cut.
To be fair, going back to Disney nowadays is not exactly a good long-term strategy to begin with.
Yeah, it's a bad situation in the first place. I agree. But he said, yeah, he would never go back as playing Captain Jack Sparrow because, they never gave him a shot. They just like, once they heard those accusations, they just cut him from everything. I wouldn't go back either. So kudos to Johnny Depp. And I do agree, Gray. He's not going to get all of his reputation back, but he got most of it back, in my opinion. Because, of course, we're always going to have those type of people siding with Amber Heard. Cool. But all the lying that she did in court, all the evidence that was presented in court, I believe he had most of his reputation back. Will it follow him for the rest of his life, this situation? Of course. I definitely agree. But I do believe that a good amount of the public has his back again.
That's thing, but like relative to how many people really turned on him? Like the average Joe. I'm not talking the freaking like press and whatnot. Like I don't really know how.
A lot of people did turn on Johnny Depp. A lot of them. Because you know how it is especially when it comes to a man being called the abuser or a person that commits sexual assault, because that's what Amber Heard said. Like that stigma will follow you forever. I do agree, but at that initial situation, a lot of people turned on him. Not everybody, but a lot of people turned on him. Definitely, a lot of companies, sponsors.
Okay, companies and sponsors aren't people.
No. I was just saying as examples, not just the people, right? Because I already said a lot of people already turned against him. I'm talking about average people. Yes, I do remember back in 2016. A lot of people, I didn't know John Depp was like this. Oh, this explains a lot because he's an alcoholic and a drug abuser. And a lot of people definitely did, and it's not surprising because once again, he's a man.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering how many of those people are actually converted, or how many of those people just know to shut the fuck up because their opinion is not popular anymore.
Well, I say a lot of people, at least during this trial, did recant because the evidence itself was definitely damning towards Amber Heard. Very damning.
Yeah, no, but like, I'm just too familiar with people preferring to double down on something that is obviously not true rather than admit they were wrong.
I agree with that as well. A lot of people, they just want to be right, or they're just so set on their idea that, Johnny Depp is a monster, regardless of the evidence that's presented.
So I'm willing to bet that there's a lot of people who were kind of on the fence and didn't say much that are now able to be more vocal and public with their support. But I'm willing to bet that a bunch of the people who were outspoken against Johnny Depp have probably just shut the fuck up rather than admit they were wrong.
I agree. I agree with that one. And Amber Heard should go to prison. I agree. She should go to jail or prison because she definitely committed perjury multiple times during the trial.
Yeah, well, as we've all seen, perjury is only a crime if you're not liked.
True.
Like perjury is one of those crimes that is selectively enforced. There'd be a shit ton of very deserving people in prison if it was actually treated properly, and most of them would be women.
Do not get me started on that. Oh, it's the audacity. The audacity. What do you mean she needs to go to jail for lying under oath over 100 times? How dare you? Sexist. Like what? She lied. Like
Yeah, it's like don't do the crime if you can't do the time, right?
right.
But of course, that shit only applies to men because they're looking for an excuse to shove men in prison, but they'll bend over backwards to keep a woman out.
And remember, gentlemen, this is Gray playing Warframe, not me. So, if you think I'm that skilled, I haven't played Warframe in years, so it's gonna take me a minute. So when it comes to that case, right, the Johnny Depp case, what short or long term effects you think is going to happen? At least with the mindset of men and women, like having examples of how do I say? Because I believe that a lot of men got red pilled during that trial.
I think that there's some men that are going to be reevaluating the relationships that they're currently in. It's going to be a few women that play a little bit nicer with their men now.
Okay.
I think it's going to be, there's not going to be any significant change because of this, because it was already kind of on this trajectory, but it's definitely going to make men a little more cautious about red flags. And the very fact that men will be able to discuss this, like this is, men actually able to discuss relationships by discussing this celebrity event.
That is definitely, yeah.
It's definitely like the biggest, most widespread red pill that I can think of in recent years.
Because how cold and how calculated she was when it comes to literally nothing but lies coming out of her mouth and try to put her average acting on, like trying to bring out tears that didn't come out, and saying the most bogus stories about various situations on Depp. Like holy fuck, one day that could be me.
Like that's the thing. It's like we just had like a multi-year TV series of Gone Girl.
Yeah.
And it happened to, Johnny Depp, who is one of the most well-known actors in Hollywood, not the least of which for Captain Jack Sparrow. So, like, there's a lot of people who were kids when the Pirate series was coming out who are now, like, probably considering marriage. And then this comes out, and they're like, twice.
Oh, and Rishi, I sent him the link. If he decides to come within the next hour, that'd be nice. But if he doesn't, then I'll just change the title to just chill stream. Like shit happens. Sometimes people aren't able to make it, but we'll see how it goes. But what'd you say, Gray?
Like the discussions that are happening now, like the relationship has gone to the forefront. Like we're talking like 7-figure audience here. A significant percentage of people like have been watching this live. And like Asmongold, I think like he had like a couple 100,000 concurrent viewers watching his stream of the trial today.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There was millions of viewers total watching the trial. Like it was crazy. Like, because I'm sure a lot of people are like, depending on the judge or whoever it is, Amber Heard still may have a chance, right? And she did. She won $2 million, but we thought that
I'm wondering,
she'll.
like, what did she win $2 million for?
I completely forgot. I did. I'll have to look it up again, or if the chat knows. But I wouldn't like. How do I say? I wouldn't be surprised if they put it in favor of Amber Heard based on the courts today. Like that's why a lot of people are watching. Like there was like seeing if after all that evidence that was presented, if they were still going to side with Amber because she's a woman.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. She probably only got $2 million because she's a woman. Like, and I think that it was also like reduced afterwards to like further negotiations. But like, that's the thing. Like, the numbers that are tossed around, they don't mean much. Like, she's not going to pay the money.
No, the 13 million is above her entire net worth. Let me look again. Just to make sure. Let's see. Do.
And I just got to say this
Oh,
because
8
it's been. It was like, sorry, but like, this bugs me with all the footage and photos I've seen of her. Does she not look like a younger Hillary Clinton right now?
Yeah, actually, she aged pretty badly.
Like, that's what, like, it just seemed freaking uncanny. It's like, it's the same freaking face. I couldn't unsee it.
Like, I definitely seen a lot of what I say. I wouldn't say wrinkles, but
It's
her
not
face.
even wrinkles. It's just the structure of the face,
Yeah,
like the pursed lips, the tight cheekbones. It's uncanny. Like, you could tell me that was Hillary Clinton's daughter, and I'd believe you.
oh shit! But yeah, like what Dragalord Pete said, she owes 15 million. Well, I would say 13 million because she won 2 million in the courts, and she's barely worth 2.5 million. She's broke now. Oh yeah, she's gonna have to do a bunch of gigs if she can get any at this point, right?
Hey, I tell
She,
you straight up, she opens an OnlyFans right now, she'll have the money within the year.
you know what? Good statement. Chat, everybody in the chat right now, put in a 1 if you believe Amber Heard is going to open up OnlyFans. Put a 1 in the chat.
I guarantee you there's enough out there that she could raise an obscene amount of money through OnlyFans based on her name alone and like her prior hotness.
Like hell, like she needs to put on like 5 pounds of makeup because she ain't looking too great lately.
Dude, like, that's the thing. Like, she doesn't look great right now. Again, she's been going to court and she hasn't exactly been dressing for fucking hotness. But I'm pretty sure that she knows enough makeup artists and Photoshop contacts that she could make a high quality OnlyFans production. And even then, even if they dudes pay for absolute garbage on OnlyFans, they'd pay for Amber Heard even at her worst.
True. I'll give you that one. I agree. That guy Pete, bro, I was just saying that earlier today. Like she can always do OnlyFans. Well, now that Gray mentioned it, I can definitely see her doing it.
Yeah, it's just And then she makes some kind of speech about how she feels liberated and empowered because now she's in control of her own body and her own image. Like, that's the thing. It's fucking predictable, like the kind of bullshit that she'd spew out taking the process. I'd be curious to see what she does if she doesn't do OnlyFans.
I doubt she'll get many offers for movies in the near future. If she does, it'll be pretty cheap.
That's the thing. Like, she definitely. Considering, I think, there's a petition of, I believe, 4 million signatures saying cut her out of Aquaman 2. So
I believe she'll get cut off.
question, like, okay, so like, but so we got Warner Brothers. Like, she's basically done in superhero movies, like, unless Disney wants to cash in on her. I mean, they're not getting Johnny Depp, and they're kind of stupid and crazy enough to go for someone like Amber Heard.
So she's already replaced?
I don't know, but I know that Warner Brothers has definitely been feeling the pressure to drop her. Whether she is or not, I don't know. Honestly, Aquaman 2 is probably fucked, period. I don't give a shit about comic book movies anymore.
Well,
I don't give a shit
about. She's gonna have to do some things if she wants to keep the role. If you get my drift.
Yeah. Yeah, no, honestly, freaking casting couch is probably a thing.
She can become the new Kim Kardashian. She just.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, she could probably. Yeah, that's the trade-off, though, because like she needs the money that comes from like getting the big budget Hollywood movies. Like, she needs that kind of money, but she's also gonna have a hard time getting that kind of money. OnlyFans really is the most viable option for her right now.
Well, it seems like she doesn't have a choice. Lionel McTow said Warner Brothers already blacklisted her.
So,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Well, no, they've got to, like, for their sake. They're throwing her under the bus for their own stupid decisions. So, yes, I don't know. Is Universal's still a thing? I have not paid a rat's ass to Hollywood in ages, so I don't know.
Is it Universal and Sony? I think, as well.
Yeah. So Universal, Sony, they might. She's definitely not going to be frontlining. She's not going to be headlining any shows. That's for bloody sure. I can see her doing like smaller B-rated movies.
She's gonna be a C-list actor. She's gonna be one of the background people.
Yeah, she'd probably have to deal with like playing minor roles or like secondary characters. Like, she's definitely not going to be headlining anything ever again.
The sweet karma. Not too many times in life that you be able to see it firsthand. From a narcissistic, manipulative, violent abuser.
Well, now that's the other thing, though, because she's also got the ability to make very wealthy connections. Like, she was having a fling with Elon Musk. Like, $13 million is fucking chump change for someone like him. So it's possible that she'll just find a very loaded simp who will deal with her debt.
Well, we'll see, because I know Elon Musk and I think his name is DeFranco. Both of them refused to come to court to testify because they don't want nothing to do with her.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, they did, but if she can get Elon Musk, I'm sure that there's someone less well known that she could probably work her way into with.
But in the end, I still believe today's a good day for men. You know, whether it's a victory, whether it's a battle won, or once in a blue moon, a man is able to hold his own and kind of come out on top. But like, regardless, a lot of men they definitely are very supportive of Johnny. Because like you said, a lot of men out there they go through similar situations, but they're not a millionaire.
I think any man not supportive of Johnny Depp right now should be looked at with like, freaking dude, what the fuck?
Right. Because ain't no way. I already have somebody that's going to buy an expensive bottle today. Because he also went through domestic violence with his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, I mean.
So it'll be interesting to see what the fallout is, but I think that this can work as a good litmus test for a lot of people.
Oh, Johnny Depp's case will definitely can be used as an example in the future for young men.
Well, but also, like, you can kind of judge a person by like their baseline reaction to it. Like, this is going to be something that guys will be able to use when vetting future relationships.
Because even before meeting Johnny, it turns out like she was beating up on her friends and her sister. That's the crazy part. So she already had a history of violence.
Oh, yeah.
But she hit. No, my bad. I don't know about friends, but I'm pretty sure her sister and her ex-girlfriend. She beat up on. That I know for sure.
God, yeah, stuff doesn't come out of nowhere. But
exactly.
they're always that's the upsetting thing about relationships is like, women are going to be violent. They make sure that they go for someone who's not going to hit back.
Exactly. Out of all people, Johnny Depp, bro, and that's what makes it a lot worse. You know, like because like out of all actors or men in general, Johnny Depp, come on, bro.
Like, like, you're not going to try that shit with Mike Tyson. Let's put it that way.
Oh hell no! Fuck that. I just watched Mike Tyson videos today. He broke a dude's jaw and knocked out his 2 front teeth during a knockout in his early days, 1985, I think it is. When he knocked this one guy out, he broke his jaw and his 2 front teeth went flying.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, they don't do that shit with guys who can hit back. Like, they do it against like the sweetest, kindest men who wouldn't fight back.
I agree. You know, that's why I give kudos. I commend Keanu Reeves avoiding all that false allegation nonsense. Have you noticed all the pictures he's been in for the last, I think it was 10 years, or I don't know if he's been doing it the entire time, but he doesn't put his hands around their waist or none of that. He just shows his hands in the photos. If you know what I'm talking about. He open palms it when he wraps his arm around her. He clearly shows his hand. So he definitely knows what's up.
Hands up, don't sue.
Yep. I'm like, okay, Keanu Reeves is up to something. He knows how crazy these girls can get. And he can get any girl he wanted to if he wanted. Like, literally. Like, it's interesting that I don't know if he's has a girlfriend now or no, but I know he's been rocking a single life for a minute.
Well, let's be honest, ever since the Me Too movement, he's probably realized that it is not worth the bloody risk at this point.
Exactly. If I was Keanu Reeves or even Johnny Depp, I would just accumulate the last few millions and just retire in Hawaii or something, man. Just get the fuck out of here. Just chill, bro. Just chill. You know, you're in the twilight of your life. And this is a time that you should enjoy the fruits of your labors.
Yeah. I think that a bunch of celebrities are probably. I think you're going to get a division in Hollywood between the ones that realize the ship's sinking, and so they're not going to try to go any further, and then you're going to get the delusional ones.
Yep, I definitely agree. Results oriented. Depp should forget any personal relationship with the woman, delegate them to recreational use only. Yeah, he should go the Leonardo DiCaprio route.
Honestly, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would go the recreational route.
I agree. I don't see him doing that, but I do say that he needs to just go away for a while, like get off the map and just chill, bro. Just chill, man. Don't worry about these hoes.
Well, definitely not relationship wise. I think him, like, if he's still down for the idea, I think now would be a good idea to pursue the kinds of movies that he wants to do, because he's not bound by any contracts. He's in a position where he can say no to stuff he doesn't want. There's probably movies that he would have liked to do now that now he has the ability to do with this cloud on over his head. And there's a whole bunch of studios that'd probably be willing to like snap him up, given half a chance, because it's Johnny Depp. Like any movie that's like the next movie to star Johnny Depp will make a bloody fortune.
I agree. They want to be the first to, bring Johnny Depp back with open arms. So like my bad, bro. My bad. We kind of falsely accused you, guilty till proven innocent. But here's a fat check. Come back for us.
That's the thing, but like he's not bound to Disney. He doesn't have Pirates of the Caribbean. Like his schedule's open now, so maybe there's even smaller studios that he's made connections with. Maybe he'll start doing more indie artistic films rather than big Hollywood stuff. Like there's all kinds of stuff that he could do, and he's got the freedom to do it. And any studio would benefit greatly because Johnny Depp's next movie that he's headlining, a shit ton of people are going to see just to support Johnny Depp.
True. But it is downright concerning and scary how a false accusation could take somebody down as big as Johnny Depp. If you're guilty, that's one thing. I'm talking about innocent men. It's very, very concerning how just off of her words alone, your entire livelihood can come crashing down around you. That is wow.
Yeah. And there's no statute of limitations on it. Like, honestly, the easiest way to get away from this kind of stuff is to do what Kevin Spacey did.
Just go away, or pretty much.
All of his accusers, mysteriously develop horrible depression and self-terminate.
I'm going the Hillary route.
So
she commits.
I think actually, because one example actually, did you catch RPM's latest hockey mask time?
No, actually, did he make one today?
Yeah, I think this morning. Basically, a firefighter basically parked behind a car that a woman was in, took out a firearm, shot her multiple times through the window, and then self-terminated.
And I'm assuming this is relationship related. Like, was this like an affair, or is that the?
They don't know the details.
Don't know. Okay. It is usually something around those lines.
That's the thing, but like that's going to be. But like, would it make sense if that was she was going to falsely accuse him, got arrogant enough to tell him she was going to falsely accuse him, and so he decides to silence her and not bother with it.
I did watch it. I think I did watch it. Yeah, I see where you're going, because like what RPM says, and every man knows here in the chat, once a man crosses that line to the point of no return, there is no stopping him. There's no change in his mind, nothing. Like only men can truly understand what I'm talking about, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, if the chat can understand, just let me know. But if a man is pushed that far to where he doesn't care what he loses, that is a very dangerous individual, and you most likely will not come out unscathed if that man is coming after you. Because a man that has nothing to lose, that's a very dangerous man.
I think I've actually heard it said quite well. Demons run when a good man goes to war.
Exactly. At that point, you literally, if that was like a friend or something like that, or a family member, it will literally take multiple people or a couple of people to hold that person down, to try to stop that man from doing something crazy. Because once again, once he decides to cross that line, there's no return. There is none. Oh,
Like that's the kind of situation. It's always like women don't have that limit. Like when a woman snaps, like she'll blank out her memory to save her ego. Like the amount of women that literally don't remember abusing their own children, like whether they claim they don't remember, or whether they just genuinely don't. Like that's the thing. Like their brain turns off, but they don't think about it. They just react. They snap. They get violent, and then it's more about preserving their egos. And then if they encounter resistance, that's when they stop and they're like completely shocked. Man, like he's played out how everything's going to happen before that point hits, or he hits the straight up rage where everything just goes red.
And that's the biggest thing when it comes to men and how I see certain situations, right? You know, especially seeing RPM's Hockey Mass Time series. What did the other person do to make a man go that far? I always ask that question. What did that other person do?
Yeah.
A man doesn't.
Because it's not like a man just decides one day, yeah, things have been going all right, but I feel like blood today.
Right.
No.
Like that doesn't happen. You know? A man 9 times out of 10
just don't wake up and choose to be inexplicably violent. Like if a man has not been violent for a while and then does an act of brutality, like that's come after months, if not years, of holding shit back.
Yeah.
Like actually, I think a good example. Did you ever see that episode of Mythbusters where the water heater explodes?
I think is this
It's on YouTube. I highly recommend it. But
Because I
like
watched Busters before, but
yeah. Well, like here's the like you'll know because like they actually built like a structure above it to code, like a 2-story building,
right.
and then they took off the safety valve for the water heater, and then they just let it run, and they waited for a long time, like with absolutely nothing happening, no signs of problems. And then all of a sudden it went off, and it went through 2 stories out the roof, and then was up in the air for like a minute.
Holy shit.
Well, maybe not quite a minute, but like it was like close to a minute.
It has some airtime.
At the very least, like 10, maybe 20 seconds of like up and then back down after going through two code building stories.
I can definitely compare that to a man's anger. I agree with that.
Takes a long time to get there, but there's a lot of potential force built up.
But regardless, you at least you know, like hell yeah, Johnny Depp got some justice.
Again, it was just sigh of relief. That was it.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Just like the line was held here today.
But we all know it's going to happen all over again in the future. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah,
it's probably happening right now. Shit.
That's the thing. Like it's happening in a whole bunch of smaller points all over the place. Men of lesser means, and they're getting fucked every single day. And this Johnny Depp trial is not going to save them. For every one instance of holy shit, an actual semblance of justice was upheld, there's 1,000 miscarriages of it.
So you would say Johnny Depp is one of the lucky few?
Sorry?
So you will say that Johnny Depp is one of the lucky few?
Yes. Infinitesimally few.
Okay, I can definitely agree. Okay. Wait, hold on. BZ, I think this trial was a sign of the majority of the population witnessing the bullshit that goes on. Yes. And the fact that, and once again, yeah, I know it's Johnny Depp, right? Johnny Depp is Johnny Depp. So of course you want to have women as well agreeing, because believe it or not, gentlemen, women's agreement or willing to cooperate with a man, it aligns with his attractiveness and status. It is what it is.
I think there's more to it than that.
How so?
Well, like again, any woman in mixed company that admits she wanted Amber Heard to win would be viewed with, like, at the very least, suspicion by any male. So any woman that is in a relationship with a man and wants to keep it, or wants a relationship with a man in the future, absolutely has to agree with Johnny Depp. But how many of them were secretly like, you know what? I wish Amber Heard had won because then I could do that and get away with it.
Plenty of them. Plenty.
And and I'm willing to bet a lot of the ones that think that, they're willing to publicly say, oh yeah, I'm totally with Johnny Depp. Amber Heard's a complete nut job. But secretly they're going, you know what? I wish Amber Heard had won so that in the future I can fuck over a major celebrity after getting the kind of career. Because as you said, Johnny Depp made Amber Heard. Like, that's the rags to riches story that every woman wants. for her to be like not necessarily a great actress, not necessarily the hottest, but she's special enough that a celebrity is going to rise her up to the top. She can ride that out for years, getting increasingly abusive and controlling, and then throw the guy away like a dirty dish towel at the end and walk away scot-free.
And associating with the richest man on earth,
Like,
Elon Musk.
that's the thing. Like, Amber Heard was trying to monkey branch from Johnny Depp to Elon Musk, and it was actually working.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Like, Musk straight up offered to hire Amber private security because she told him she was scared of Johnny Depp.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. Goddamn liar.
That's,
Buy a liar pants on fire.
and that's not even her in her prime. That's her more or less as she is now, like maybe a couple of years ago. So like there's a bunch of women in her age group that think if only they could get some time alone with someone like Elon Musk, they could absolutely like get all the perks that Amber Heard did.
And what Free Ross said, so in other words, social approval has influence. Yes, social approval has huge influence.
Shame is more effective than laws.
Yeah. So regardless what happens in the courts, believe me, the courts are listening to the public opinion. They're listening, especially the juries. They're listening.
Well, they kind of have to, because like a bunch of these judges, like they need to be elected.
Yeah,
I think a big part of that, like also like the edges that were given, like the judge was female, the lawyer's female. Like they know what they were doing. They could not risk having a male judge rule in favor of Johnny Depp.
That as well. I agree. That will be on that sexism bullshit.
Yeah, like basically, I'm willing to bet that most male judges took one look at that case and go like, no, fuck no. I could rule this completely fairly and my career would still be over.
Yep, because women have the majority of votes, you know, when it comes to...
Well, and they're also like the arbiters of social stuff. But here's the thing, but if a woman ruled in favor of Amber Heard, that's not the end of her career.
Yeah.
So, and then of course lawyers, female as well. Like it wasn't a male lawyer bullying Amber Heard. They knew what they were doing. This was very carefully chosen because they understand the optics of the situation.
I'm gonna stop you right quick. Channel with the $20 or 20 New Zealand dollars. Thank you very much for your donations. Once again, you are very generous with your donations, channel. Thank you very much. Edward Shalom Hands. He. Love to Yeet Gray and all the lads. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Much
And we have another one. Very, very generous donation. I didn't even see this coming. Let me go down real quick. I can't say your full name. I'll just say C. You know who you are if you donated. Keep up the work, Yeet. Hopefully the money can contribute to the growth of your channel and defeat the Shroomophones. Me including me. No Hyman, no Diamond. Thank you very much, man. God damn. Wait, does it don't the person right here that donated to me, you want me to eat myself? What is that what you're trying to say? Because I hate mushrooms. I know. To go ahead and scam the money. Go ahead. I expect that to happen. But what were we talking about? Because we were on the roll. I just had to stop you right quick. What are we talking about? Fuck.
I think like how like a bunch of women might publicly support Johnny, but privately wish Amber Heard had won.
Oh yeah.
So,
and the big thing when it comes to social approval, right? It's the beehive mind, when it comes to women, right? Even though they secretly deep down, they don't like Johnny, like what Gray said. It's in the best interest to not go against the majority, because
not even the majority, but I think the majority is basically going to include like they need to follow women because women will largely gatekeep access to society. But at the same time, they, especially nowadays with relationships and marriage in the shitter, like they need every edge they can get against men. Like all the ones that have any hope of a relationship, basically all but the like deepest cult members of feminism, like they have to try and keep the social approval. That's the thing. Like if it was like, oh, anyone who supports Johnny Depp is an incel, okay, yeah, they wouldn't give a shit and they'd fucking rag on it. But they recognize that the men they want support Johnny Depp. That's the difference.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one. But what is your overall stance on the trial that's been going on this past month? Like, what is your overall opinion about this trial?
On the whole, like, quite frankly, if Johnny Depp hadn't won this case, then like relationships would have been completely 100% dead, and I'd be like, look, guys, like there's no more even pretending to have a relationship with a woman anymore. Like if Johnny Depp had lost this, then like MGTOW wouldn't have just been the sensible option, it would have been the only rational option.
Yeah, Depp losing a trial will be devastating. It will explode the MGTOW philosophy or red pill, either or.
That's the thing. Like PUAs would have been completely dead.
Right.
Like any red pill outside of MGTOW would have been dead. Because like you can't even pretend that a relationship with a woman is viable in a system where Johnny Depp loses this case.
Yeah, that would. Even though that I already create content like this, it will still be pretty devastating to me if Depp lost. He couldn't lose. He couldn't lose because if he did lose, it will definitely backfire big time in 2022 at least. It will back because a lot of men, especially there's a lot of people watching a trial in the first place with all the damning evidence going up against Amber Heard, and somehow she still won. Way more men would be wary in the near future.
So, like that's my thoughts. Like this is not some great victory, some great hurdle. This is like the nukes were about to be launched and they weren't. Like that's the sense of palpable relief in some sense, but it's basically kicking the can down the road at the same time. Because okay, it hasn't happened yet. We're not there yet. Doesn't mean that we're never going to reach there. Just kick the can down the road. That's all.
Even though that Johnny Depp won, it still opened up a lot of eyes, and hopefully, especially the younger men, hopefully they were watching this trial and how domestic violence is definitely not in your favor. Because, like Johnny Depp said himself, you know, even though he may win or not, he still lose in the end, regardless.
I guarantee you that this is more well known now than the OJ trial was during its time.
Oh yes, oh yeah. This trial is going to be uh in infamy, in my opinion, for years to come.
Oh yeah, Heard's gonna be getting memed on for quite some time. Like already, like my dog stepped on a bee has become a meme.
Oh man,
So
that's
like that's gonna become a part of the lexicon. Like if a woman's fake crying, it's good. I guarantee you, some guy is gonna ask like, "What did your dog step on a bee?"
Oh shit. Her acting was ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
It is the
to be
worst.
fair, this is why you have like fucking acting directors in multiple takes.
That is true. But before I forget, Nixon talks. Yeetus streaming for my birthday. What a guy. Happy birthday, my
Happy
dude.
birthday, Nixon.
I think you're 34 now. I think that's what you mentioned before. I'm pretty sure you're 34. Correct me if I'm wrong, but happy birthday, man. Hopefully you're celebrating with friends and family, or if you decide to go out, to the club or whatever, do your thing. Make sure you drink a lot of water beforehand. If you're gonna sip on some good shit, make sure you drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated.
Especially, it's like got to be pretty warm in Australia this time. I don't know, maybe not. It's more like getting to their winter, so.
Actually, yeah, that's another thing. Because Australians' weather, yeah, definitely. Say, I don't want you to get a heat stroke or something.
That's the
Drink
thing.
that
Like
water.
it'd be what's it? Summer, like in this hemisphere, it'd be closer to winter there. So I guess depends what Australian winter's like. I don't think they get snow.
Nixon talks. What's the weather down there where you at right now? And you at work right now. You're gonna be partying this weekend. Okay. You're gonna have a good time this week. That's perfect time. Uh, Plenty of my birthdays I've celebrated on the weekend, right? Because adult responsibilities. Gotta love adulthood, huh?
Hey, it's like you get the freedom to do all the kind of shit that you want. So
Well, yeah, I can't eat a bowl of Cocoa Puffs at 2 o'clock in the morning.
well, I mean, you could.
Yeah, that's
Like, that's the
that's a
thing. You could.
yeah,
That you could.
yeah.
You just don't want to.
True. I'm too lazy at 2 a.m. Unless I'm thirsty and I drink like an entire gallon. Drinking water in the middle of the night, it hits different. It definitely hits
That
different.
I, as an adult, you appreciate ice water a lot more.
I know I'm getting older because I get excited for things that I would not give a damn about 10 years ago. Like brand new pots and pans or something like that. I'm like, oh hell yeah.
Honestly, like, straight up socks for Christmas. One of those things that you wouldn't think you'd get excited for as a kid, but like that you get to be an adult and you put on a pair of socks for the first time.
Oh yeah. Any clothing I'll take. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Hey, give me the socks, give me the undies, the few shirts that you bought me. Cologne too. I'll take cologne. I don't give a fuck. I'm hella excited about that. I don't
Never
even
use
have
enough to go through it. I've got some shit. I got some shit from fucking well over a decade ago that I'm still not through, and it's just in storage somewhere.
Nixon said that it's snowing in the mountains and it's 8 degrees Celsius right now.
Yeah, so that's like autumn weather.
God, I wish I had that weather right now. It's like,
I know what you mean. It's fucking hot here.
yeah, I shouldn't be near the Canadian border and it's like 90 degrees. What the fuck? It makes no sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of humidity. Like you're gonna get shit. Phone's going off. 1 sec.
It's all good.
All right, I gotta take this. Be right back.
So how's life, y'all? What's going on? Let me HMK Films, 3 a.m. waters like drinking from the goblet of the gods. I agree, especially if it's cold water, like you get it from the fridge or something like that. Woo! It'll put you right back to sleep instantly. That's how good that water is. Oh yeah. You back?
Yeah, it's election day tomorrow, so politicians are making sure.
No, I don't want your 40-degree Celsius summer. There'll be a bunch of huntsman spiders running about. I've seen huntsman spiders in person. Fuck that. I was terrified out of my mind. I was terrified. Those things are fucking. Why do they exist? Why? You know how big huntsman spiders can get, Gray?
Not off the top of my head. Are they like bigger than the palm of your hand, or?
They can grow around close to a foot, including the legs. Like they're able to grow a foot long.
That's pretty decent size.
But that's including the. But listen, imagine dealing with that, and then it has babies or something, and then you see a bunch of huntsman spiders in your room.
I think it's more like the spider rain that's concerning.
I don't even want to think about that right now.
Like the babies, they decide like, hey, I'm really small and light, so I'm going to put a single piece of thread out. I'm going to let the wind catch it and carry me off like a kite, and they do that in the millions.
Isn't huntsman spiders the biggest in the world when it comes to length? Not weight, but length.
Yeah.
Because I think the Goliath spider is the biggest when it comes to weight. But when it comes to length, I'm pretty sure is huntsman. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Regardless, I hate spiders.
Takeaway from today: you just hate spiders.
I despise that stuff. Scary basket spiders almost uncrushable. You need a knife or a gun. Literally, you need to, like, you can't just squish. No, you have to actually bring out the big guns. Spraying that raid can, spraying that in their face, it's just gonna piss them off even more.
Okay, honestly, okay, so sorry, I'm just kind of pissed at the fucking RNG. Because I've been doing this one bloody mission, killing this one type of enemy over and over and over again to get this one pistol mod that adds poison damage, and I have not been able to get it.
Is that the only level that you're able to get it?
No, it's not necessarily the only level, but it's the one with like the most enemies per minute. It's only one enemy in the game drops this mod. And this is the level that the wiki straight up recommends is you're most likely to get them.
Never trust wiki. But
like the problem is like freaking poison damage is one of the most powerful like damage types in the entire game, and this is the only mod that puts it on your secondary weapon.
See, I knew it. Goliath is the biggest when it comes to weight. But when it comes to huntsman, never seen a huntsman spider a foot long. Maybe I've seen the size of you. No. I saw one in person. It was definitely bigger than my hand. And once again, I'm talking about the leg length as well. So I'm pretty sure the huntsman spider is the biggest in the world. Oh, all right. I guess Channel doesn't want us to talk about spiders anymore.
Tell me you're an arachnophobe without telling me you're an arachnophobe.
I am a straight up arachnophobe. Fuck that. I hate spiders worse than goddamn mushrooms.
Well, better that than arachnophile.
See, I knew it. See, Nixon backs me up. Giant huntsman spiders can reach the leg span of 1 foot. See, look.
Is it the name Giant Huntsman?
Okay, hey, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I was like, oh no, it's not the huntsman spider that's the biggest. It's the giant huntsman that's the biggest.
But just imagine a spider with a span of 1 foot. You wake up and you see it on the ceiling. Like, what's up, bro? I would die of a heart attack.
One of these, you probably aren't going to see spiders on ceilings. It's probably going to be on the wall above your head.
Isn't that the ceiling?
No, because the ceiling is parallel to you. The wall's perpendicular.
Oh, so you talk. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I would still die of a heart attack. Fuck that. No. Yeah, you see, thank you, Nixon. Even though he lives where the huntsman spiders are located, I will set the house on fire. I will give the spider my keys.
It's like, oh, this is the spider's house now.
Fuck. Oh man, like
it's not gonna be like, hey, I woke up this morning and there was a spider in my house. I woke up this morning and realized I live in a spider's house.
But don't you just hate? Like, here's the thing: like, don't you just hate it where spiders just appear? Like you don't even see it coming. It's just there.
Okay, like since I don't live in Australia, my relationship with spiders is far kinder.
All I'm saying is, when it comes to any spider, you never seen a spider coming. It's just you look away and then you look back and it just appears.
Yeah. No, I'm used to that, but I'm thankful because they take care of the other things. Honestly, I was more concerned with how all these freaking wasps have been getting into the house.
Nature is scary, bro.
And like honestly, I'd rather deal with like spiders than wasps any day because at least it's not a colony of spiders; it's just one.
I gotta read this one right quick. Brand Trueblood, Sir Yeetus, the huntsman spiders are smart and they want your password and debit card. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised too.
Yeah. It's like something like Australian spiders like have health bars, and then it's like, nah, fuck that. That one's got a mana bar.
I would be completely terrified if I saw a huntsman spider and then a health bar appears.
No. No, it's bad enough when the health bar's above their head, but then you realize that there's no health bar above its head. The health bar's taking up the bottom of your vision. there's a title of like the Great Arachnid.
Oh, the great! Oh, hell no!
Like, why do I hear boss music? Health bar appears.
But hey, my bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I just had to go on a rant about spiders. I if you like spiders, you're fucking weird, in my opinion. I can't do with spiders. I can't.
Again, like I'd probably qualify because, like, I'll say, hey, spider buddy, you probably don't want to be in the shower because it's about to get really wet in here.
Just spray it like with a detachable shower head. Just spray the fuck out of it.
No, I'll just turn the shower on and let the spider figure shit out on his own. I don't go after it intentionally because honestly, I'd much rather have spiders occupying my bedroom than mosquitoes.
Yeah, mosquitoes are the worst.
Like that's the thing. Like I will gladly shake hands with a spider if it means that the mosquitoes get fucked over.
Let me drink your blood, bro. Come here. Let me drink your blood.
Oh god, did you see like the Van Ripper like kind of comic video about mosquitoes?
No, actually.
I highly recommend it, man. It's the guy who made Helltaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he made a straight up comic all about like dealing with mosquitoes, but and a couple other types of insects, but he made them all like cute anime girls. So
listen, Brad. I can deal with bullets. I can deal with explosions. you will never catch me near a spider unless I'm trying to kill it. Because it's either me or the spider, and I'd rather it be the spider.
I mean, I think that people would be more scared of bullets if they heard that like poisoned bullets were a thing.
Poison. What? Poison bullets. Oh shit. Yeah, like how what did you like fucking milk a rattlesnake or something? You just dip the bullets in the poison? Like
I mean, honestly, I think that if you could make a bullet out of cyanide.
you talking about mixing it with the gunpowder or what?
I don't know. You just take like some kind of very lethal metal, and then you just like maybe coat the bullet in that or something. I know, like I said that as a joke, but now I'm actually thinking like, what would it take to make a poisoned bullet?
Brad, if you saw the things I've seen, then you understand my fear of spiders. Especially when there's an entire giant webs full of black widows that I almost ran into. I won't tell you which location, but it happened. And that made me hate spiders even more. Because I almost got yeeted because it was at night. I was wondering where all the black dots were all about. Like, what's up with all these black dots around here? I look closer, I seen the red hourglass. I was like, she.
I'll be honest. Like, in terms of like tiny things that scuttle, the centipedes and like silverfish are way higher on my list of shit that needs to die immediately.
Centipedes are fast. God damn.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. Like I would much rather have spiders than centipedes. Like if it was the choice between getting into a box full of spiders and a box full of centipedes, I'll take the spiders any day.
Orb weavers pissed me off as well. I was in the
oh, you know, actually, I just realized you've been considering playing Grounded, right?
Oh no, there's spiders in there, isn't it?
It's a fucking backyard, man. They're the primary boss.
Oh boy.
There is actually an arachnophobia setting, though. I don't know whether it makes it better or worse.
Moon, are you talking about Daddy Longlegs?
Daddy Longlegs technically aren't even spiders, but that's kind of semantics.
Oh, what are they?
They're some kind of insect, but they're not spiders in the traditional sense. I think, like kind of different body structure. Like they do have 8 legs. I think the body structure, but there's something that differentiates them. I'm not entirely sure what.
They can't bite because they suck.
Well, they can't bite because like their fangs are too tiny and to actually get through your skin.
Yeah, they still suck though. Try harder, get good.
Oh god.
Camel spiders. Nope. I see somebody get chased by a camel spider out there.
You know, a spider's badass when it chases down a human.
Yeah, I that was the first time I've seen a spider actually chase someone down. That was like, what the fuck? And camel spiders are also fast as hell as well. They're fast. He's like, I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna get you. Get over here.
The Tasmanian devil of spiders.
But I know on the chronic. Okay, so you already said everything you need to say about the stream.
Yeah, I think covered basically everything regarding the topic at question.
Okay, announcements. And no, I have not. And I'm assuming it involves very gigantic spiders that takes over the world, and I don't feel like watching that. Okay, all right, now I'm curious. But unfortunately, Mr. Moments was not able to make it. I don't know what happened, but stuff happens. We'll see if we're able to bring Mr. Moments in next time. So don't give any hate to him or whatever. Sometimes things doesn't plan out, right? It's life. You know, we don't know each other like that. I'm sure he doesn't hate me, so I'm sure he didn't do this on purpose. So I'll make sure if I'm able to reschedule the Mr. Moment stream. And also, Undead Chronic is going to have a very important stream today when it comes to Lauren Southern. It seems that Lauren Southern has something to say about Undead Chronic, and Undead Chronic will be responding very beautifully. This is going to be a pretty classic stream today. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a classic Undead Chronic. I'm talking about old school Chronic. Whoever's been fans of Undead Chronic for years, you guys know what I'm talking about. Shit's about to get real.
In other words, everyone wear black because we're about to witness a funeral.
Oh, yeah. Undead Chronic's going to tear her apart. Oh, it's going to get bad. This is going to get bad. But thank you guys for coming up in the live stream today. It's been planned out of nowhere. I'm glad that around 80 people decided to come in and check out what I was talking about, especially with the Johnny Depp case. I'm sure you guys have various feelings about the situation, but we can all agree that this is a very small step, a very small victory, at least, when it comes to a man able to clear his name. Celebrity or not, he was able to beat the system and get some of his dignity back, something back. Because you already know a lot of men out here, we don't get that chance. Once the allegations put on us, it's game over. Because once again, we're not Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp gets a lot of leeway, right? Because it's Johnny Depp. But the average man is definitely a lot more damning. It's a very ruthless situation for us. Because
I'm willing to bet that there's a lot of people who now know a lot about how court proceedings are done.
Right. Definitely. You know, and also Amber Heard, she's a horrible liar. So we can thank that as well. She sucks a lot.
Not just terrible liar, but also like this is basically a good case study in how to lose a trial and what not to do. Everything from how your client acts to how you need to act to what witnesses you call in.
Agreed. If you're going to be dealing with a woman and she is abusing you, she's abusing you mentally, physically, what's up?
You know, I just realized who we really needed to get in on this call for this particular topic.
Who?
Producer Tim. He's going to be a lawyer soon.
Oh, fuck. I could definitely bring him on sometime this week. He hasn't been on here for a while. I can definitely bring him in. I'll definitely message him today. Producer Tim would definitely be a good guest to bring by because I'm sure he has lots to say. I think he's going to be doing a stream tonight about it. I might have to look again.
Yeah,
but
it just occurred to me right there because he is actually going to law school. So
that is true. But gentlemen, if your woman is abusing you, or a woman that you're dealing with is abusing you physically or mentally, or she wants to proclaim false allegations against you, because that's pretty much what Amber Heard did. She literally was telling Johnny, no, go ahead and tell them. They won't believe you because you're a man. That was on recording, gentlemen. Holy fuck. Out of all people she wants to say this to, she wants to say to Johnny Depp because she knows, and a lot of women already know, that the public opinion will automatically go in her favor when it comes to sexual assault or domestic violence. If you see any of that happening, or if that's happening to you, make sure you record because you would never know if you need to use that to clear your name.
Well, beyond that too, like her saying that can be different from her believing it, because she might have just said that to make him give up before even trying. That is a tactic as well.
That
They can think it's hopeless, so he doesn't even try against it when, as we can see, he did have a chance.
But she knows at the same time the court's always going to be against the man. She knows. Well,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's not going to work well for men.
Sure, but that's also. But that doesn't mean that men should not try.
Right. And that's what she was hoping for. I agree, Gray. She was hoping that, with that reverse psychology crazy shit, or gaslighting, like he won't do it at all.
Yeah.
But thank you for hearing my little rant. Gray's. Should I say rant as well for you, or
Rants? It's fine. I kind of semantics at this point.
Our rants are pretty good because we drop a lot of gems, gentlemen. Okay, we don't just start spewing nonsense unless I'm lost in the sauce. Like, if I'm drinking some good shit. That's a different story. This was a great stream. This was an awesome stream. All right, we definitely got a lot of things covered, and this is definitely something that can be replayable if you want to hear what we had to say about the Johnny Depp thing. We're going to be changing the title of the video to just speaking about the Johnny Depp trial, because that's pretty much what the stream was today. So this is Yeetus. Hopefully you guys had a shit ton of gems dropped on you today. And we are out. Peace. Oh, also, thank you for everybody that donated today. And thank you for everybody that watched our stream. I really do appreciate it, not gonna lie. But peace.
Peace out.